Selamat petang,
Oh,
Malor Soifua, and Kia ora. And it is such an honor to be here in your native country, Dr. Cardosa.
thank you, and welcome to KL. We are very happy that
Yeah.
ANSCA is having this conference here because
Yeah.
it gives lots of our people an opportunity to attend this.
It's been an
Amazing.
amazing experience for
Yeah.
us. And for me, as a pain specialist, an incredible honor to meet you and
Oh,
to see the
wow.
sorts of things that you have done, pioneering and championing the cause
Yeah,
of pain
yeah.
medicine, but also as a woman leader. It's something that has, I guess, a great more significance for us in Western countries, where we're still struggling to establish gender equity. So again, we tautoko to you for the things that you have done
Oh,
for
thank
our
you.
specialty and for women across the world.
Oh, thank you.
So-
But I was the first person in the first anaesthetist in the Ministry of Health Malaysia to be trained in pain management. So I was kind of responsible. I had the responsibility to do something when I came back. When I was in Australia in Sydney for a year, and then when I came back and I asked the ministry, I said, so when you're going to send the next person? They said, we'll see what you do first.
Oh gosh, huge
So I had a big
responsibility.
responsibility, so
Yeah.
so it went on
Yeah.
from there. Yeah, but I had actually been in Adelaide
Yeah.
for my ANSCA training, and I learnt about acute pain management from Pam
Right.
McIntyre, the guru.
Oh
you
gosh,
see.
yes.
So because I had worked with Pam when I came back to KL in '93, I was able to set up the acute pain service. And then in '97, I went to North Shore to learn about chronic pain, and then I found it really. I mean, it was very interesting and a good compliment. And I knew that I couldn't do only acute pain.
Yeah.
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 Because it does get a little bit routine after a while
Yes.
when you do acute pain only,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's right.
So that's
Yeah.
why, and because there was no services in Malaysia, so I have a clean slate,
Yeah.
So the opportunities were there, and
Yeah. And you did an incredible job of really pulling together what was truly collaborative, truly interdisciplinary, establishing it within hospitals.
Yes.
And I was just wondering, how did you manage to pull together a team of such different specialists, surgeons, administrators, palliative care doctors, to actually have them on the same page? That's how did you?
Well, you have to make a lot of
begin?
friends. So, I have to take a step back, and when in setting up the pain clinic, so I set up the first multidisciplinary pain clinic in Ministry of Health Hospital. And when I set it up, there was nobody else, and I had to go and look for people to come and work with me and get them interested in the topic and the area, and so I had that experience of persuading people. You have coffee with them, you take them out, you talk to them about the
Yeah.
work that you do. And so there was that experience in the background already. Then we were running the pain services for a while, and then pain as a fifth vital sign came along, and we decided that when I say we, by that time, by mid-2000s, there were about 5-6 of us pain specialists in Malaysia. So we decided we need to get pain assessment as part of the routine things,
Yeah.
right, to make pain more visible, whatever we talk about. So we did this pilot project in my hospital, and in fact I had a very supportive hospital director at that time, and there was a director of nursing, one of the senior nurses. Actually, she wasn't director of nursing yet. She was one of the senior nurses who was very supportive as well. So, so basically getting together a team is kind of looking out for who are the people who are interested, and then catching hold of them. So slowly building up. At the same time, I had my colleague in Ipoh was working very closely with a surgeon
Yeah.
who was interested in day surgery and in minimizing pain, because you cannot send patients home if they have pain, right? So he was very good, and I had worked with him a long time ago as well. So that was another connection. Then I had a pediatrician who was doing rheumatology, so she was also coming on board. Another, so you have to keep your ears open and your eyes open, And then when you see people, you just have to catch hold of them.
Yeah.
And there was a need, you
Yeah.
know. So, and the nurses were very good, you know. Then and people were willing to do the work. In Malaysia, we don't just do our work because there are so few of us.
Yeah.
You have to extend yourself. You have to go that extra mile, you know. So
Yeah.
that was kind of expected, and people didn't complain. Oh, why are you making me do this extra work? You know.
Yeah. So I guess
It
that's
was
something
kind
we
of-
could learn from.
Yeah, you know, so we just did it as that's what we do, you know.
Yeah.
So when we did the fifth vital sign, we had already a team of pain specialists plus pediatrician, the surgeon, you know, a few others. And then, as I told in my story in my plenary talk, the impact, although we did little surveys and the patients liked it and the patient's experience was a bit better after implementation of pain as a vital sign, we felt that people were not moving, you know. There were just one or two people who said, but a lot of criticism and said, why must we do this extra work, what for, you know. So we decided that you need to do something else, you know. And then the opportunity, see, that's the other thing, seizing opportunities. Then with the Montreal summit, and our current Director General was there, I actually, it was an opportunity given to me because of my connection with North Shore and Michael Cousins. And I had, my story is too long.
No,
And I
it's
had
good.
Michael Cousins invited me to be on the steering committee of this pain summit. And then he said, why don't you invite your minister to come along? So I had the opportunity to meet the Minister of Health, and I asked him to come along for this summit because Michael Cousins wanted to get politicians involved as well, but the minister couldn't go, so he assigned this guy, Noor Hisham, who's now our Director General, who was Deputy Director General at that time. He assigned Noor Hisham to come. So Noor Hisham came along and he presented something about what we are doing, pain as a fifth vital sign, and how we are trying to also integrate traditional and complementary medicine.
Yeah.
And people came up to him after his presentation and said, oh, what a great idea to integrate traditional and complementary medicine into pain management. So he was very happy. And then he said, Mary, we go back and we do pain-free hospital. This guy from Colombia in South America had talked about pain-free cities. He said pain-free cities is too much, you know.
Right.
So let's just
Start with the
focus on
hospitals.
pain-free hospital.
That's right.
So that's how then I said, yeah,
Okay.
great, I'll do it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's again about seizing opportunities and then knowing who to work with. So the team just comes on board if they can see that you are sincere about doing something,
Yeah.
passionate about doing it. And I'm also willing to do the work. You know,
That's
I'm not
right.
just saying you do it like that. I think we ourselves must be willing to get our
Yeah.
feet dirty.
So
our
these are
hands
really
dirty.
key concepts
Yeah.
for anaesthetists and pain specialists
Yeah.
as leaders within the perioperative space, is to seize opportunities,
Yes.
to network, but not be afraid of doing the hard work
Yes,
as
yes,
well.
yes.
So looking back on an incredible career spanning more than 20 years and an amazing amount of achievement, we haven't been able to do that in New Zealand. We are still siloed acute pain services. What advice would you give to your younger self starting out more than 20 years ago, which could be something that our new fellows in pain and anesthesia could take on board?
Well, I would say the same thing. Always keep your ears and your eyes open for opportunities and do something that you like. I mean, you must love doing the work that you do, you know. If you don't love doing pain and you dread, I had a trainee who says every day, every time I have to go to pain clinic, I dread it. I said, you leave, you go and do something else. You know, you can't do it if you don't love the work, right? If you are not, you need to. So you need to, if this is the work that you like, that you're happy doing, you do it, but you need to find an area that you want to develop. Because otherwise your career is not meaningful. You need to find something that you can feel that you have built and you have contributed to, you know, and you need to make friends.
Yeah.
Make friends with the surgeons, even though we always criticize them and talk behind their backs, but it's good to talk to them directly. They also have their point of view. I find
That's
that,
right.
you know, when we talk to them, we
Well,
then
it's all about
understand,
both
you know.
caring for the patient from a different angle.
Yes, exactly. And they have their reasons for doing the things that they do, you know. They have their, because of their experience and their background, you know, we see things differently. So we're really talking to each other. I think is talk to the people that you work with.
Keep those
you
channels
know?
open.
Yeah, I think that is very important.
Right. Well, terima kasih, Dr.
Okay,
Cardosa.
you're
You
very
have been quite an
welcome, very
inspiration,
welcome.
and I hope
Thank
that
you,
we will
thank
continue
you.
to see your presence more
Thank you very much.
in our spheres of anesthesia and pain medicine.
Thank you.
Thank you.